Meanwhile, Romney's trip continues, or I think has now blessedly ended for Romney and apparently his campaign staff. Romney made it to Poland and was in a public plaza near the tomb of the unknown soldier in Warsaw earlier today. They're about 6 hours ahead of us or so, talking about from the East Coast. And understand that over the course of this 7-day trip, the 7-day foreign trip that Romney was hoping to use to establish his foreign policy bona fides, his adequacy as the most prominent representative of the United States, which of course has been an unmitigated disaster. I don't know if this is going to hurt his run for presidency. It's certainly not going to help. And based upon, I think, what you hear from the press, I have a feeling it could hurt him because it's hard to take this guy seriously now. Whether it's what he's said in interviews or in speeches or his campaign staff have said, his foreign policy advisors, or just even his advanced personnel, there's no real indication that this guy even meets the bar of being someone who's going to do no harm as president. And that's really the only bar that he had to pass. You know, he needed to show that he could get on a plane, not create an international uproar for no reason, and then get back on the plane. Ostensibly, you want the guy to be able to answer questions about our relationships with these different countries that you're in from the press to, again, establish these bona fides. Romney's not been able to do this. Over the course of a 7-day trip, he took 3 questions from the reporters that are following. I don't know how many reporters are on this trip. So my guess is somewhere between 50 and 100, maybe 25 and 100. It could be a little more. It's certainly not any less. And they're in a pool, and what they do is they shout out questions, and they've gotten more aggressive as the trip has gone on because they're supposed to be writing about something. You know, the Romney campaign complains that only thing that people have written about is his horrible, it started with that he flew in, they had planned their trip to fly into Israel on a Jewish holiday. But that was weeks out. They couldn't change that. The moment he lands in Britain, he craps all over the British people in, I guess, an attempt to inflate himself in some weird way. Then he gets to Israel and drops a racist remark about Palestinians that even the Israelis are like, whoa, buddy, there's nothing culturally that inhibits them from making money. The problem could be like, deprivation, occupation. When the Israelis are telling you that you're going too far in terms of the Palestinians, you know you have a problem. In Israel, he also heaps praise on the Israeli healthcare system, which is more government-controlled health insurance even than the Affordable Care Act, significantly more. And then he goes to Poland, and at this point, everyone on his staff probably wants to quit. They're just all going like, oh, God, I can't believe we have another 3 or 4 months of this. The press are annoyed because Romney won't answer any questions, so they have nothing to report on other than his ridiculous gaffes. And so you get a scene like this where reporters are trying to call out to Romney to answer a question, and some staffer comes over and loses his cool. Let's play this audio.
Governor Romney!
Some of the mishaps on your trip.
Governor Romney, Romney, do you have a statement for the Palestinians?
What about your gaffe?
Governor Romney, do you feel that your gaffes have overshadowed your foreign trip?
Now, this sounds like a Saturday Night Live thing. It's because, of course, the camera is so close to these people, and they're so desperate. These reporters are so desperate because all their editors are going, please, can't we just write one substantive thing about Romney over there? Doesn't he have anything that he's suggesting that is in some way substantive other than he pooped his pants again today? Isn't there anything? And so they're desperate, and so they continue.
Holy sight for the Polish people. Show some respect. Show some respect.
We haven't had another chance to ask him questions.
This is a holy sight for the Polish people. Show some respect.
So there you have it. His Romney aide, this guy Gorka, says, "Kiss my ass. This is a holy sight for the Polish people. Show some respect." In other words, we're going to pretend like, except for the fact that we're here, we would allow you to ask questions, even though over the course of 7 days, you got 3 questions answered. And then later, that same guy Gorka tells a reporter for Politico to shove it. And then about a half hour later, the aide called to apologize to reporters. But here's the real apology. Mitt Romney should apologize to all the reporters who followed them there, to the American public, and to all the people and citizens of those 3 nations he visited, because his trip was a total joke. That's the real apology that should be issued. Now, the irony of this, of course, is that the base of the Republican Party, the red meat eating Neanderthals, who still want Romney to kiss their ring, so to speak, they're going to love this. I can't wait. Has somebody tell me if Sarah Palin has put out a tweet yet about the lamestream media and somehow gotten something wrong about Poland? I'm sure she'll work both in.